I grew up in a quiet town in upstate New York, the kind of place where everyone knows each other and nothing ever really changes. After college, I moved back home for a while, trying to figure out what I was doing with my life. It was one of those in-between periods, no clear direction, just working odd jobs and passing time. Around that time, I started taking late-night drives. I don't know why exactly. Something about the empty roads helped clear my head. No traffic, no noise, just the hum of the engine and whatever thoughts I couldn't shake during the day. One night, I decided to take a different route than usual. Instead of sticking to the main road, I turned off onto this long, winding stretch that cut through dense woods. I'd been on it a couple of times during the day, but never at night. It was darker than I expected. No streetlights, just my headlights cutting through the trees. About 10 minutes in, I saw someone walking on the side of the road. That alone wasn't normal. There were no houses nearby for miles, no sidewalks, just forest on both sides. But there she was, a girl, maybe around my age, walking slowly with her head down. I almost kept driving, I should have, but something made me slow down. I rolled the window down and asked if she was okay. She stopped and looked at me. I remember thinking how pale she looked, not just light skin, something off about it, like she hadn't seen sunlight in a long time. Her hair was dark and messy, hanging in front of her face, but her eyes, I couldn't quite focus on them. It was like my brain didn't want to. She asked if I could give her a ride. Her voice was soft, calm, too calm. I hesitated for a second, but then I unlocked the door. She got in without saying anything else. At first, everything seemed normal. I asked where she was headed, and she gave me the name of a town about 20 minutes away. I knew it well, straight shot down the road. We drove in silence for a bit, and I tried to make conversation, but her answers were short, distant, like she was somewhere else entirely. After a few minutes, I noticed something strange. The temperature inside the car had dropped. A lot. I reached to turn up the heat, but it was already on high. I glanced at her. She was staring straight ahead, completely still, not blinking, not moving. I told myself I was just overthinking things. Then she spoke. "You shouldn't have stopped." I laughed it off, trying to keep things light, asked her what she meant. She didn't answer right away. Instead, she slowly turned her head toward me. That's when I saw her eyes clearly for the first time. They were wrong. Not just the color, though they were darker than anything I'd ever seen, but the way they looked at me. There was no expression, no emotion, just emptiness. I felt my grip tighten on the steering wheel. She kept staring at me for a few seconds, then turned back toward the windshield. "You're not going to make it to that town," she said quietly. My heart started pounding. I asked her what she meant, but she didn't respond. A few seconds later, she started humming. It was low at first, almost inaudible, but it kept getting louder. The sound, it wasn't a tune. It didn't have any pattern. It was just noise, uneven, unsettling, like something trying to imitate a human sound but getting it wrong. I slammed on the brakes. The car skidded slightly before coming to a stop in the middle of the road. "Get out," I said. My voice didn't sound like my own. The whispering stopped instantly. Silence. She turned her head toward me again and smiled. It wasn't a normal smile. It stretched too wide, too far across her face. Then she reached for the door handle. For a split second, I thought she was going to get out. But instead, she leaned closer to me. So close I could feel her breath on my face. And she whispered something. I still don't know what she said. It wasn't a language I recognized. It didn't even sound like a language at all. Then she opened the door and stepped out. I didn't wait. I hit the gas and sped down the road without looking back. I must have driven for 10 minutes straight before I realized something. I hadn't reached the town yet. That didn't make sense. It should have only taken 20 minutes total, and I'd already been driving longer than that. I checked my phone. No signal. That's when I looked in the rearview mirror and saw her.
sitting in the back seat, smiling.